Hi, I'm Christina Turner, Director of Education and Public Programs here at the New Bedford Whaling Museum.
And I'm Victoria, Whaling Museum apprentice and 11th grade student.
And we would like to welcome you to our first ever episode of Creature Feature, the weekly Whaling Museum series that explores marine creatures, their interesting features, and how you can help protect our underwater friends. And this week, we have a special feature for you.
Have you ever asked yourself, what do the ocean and the night sky have in common? Well, humans have always wanted to explore the world around them. But long before submarines and rocket ships, we passed down stories from generation to generation trying to explain the unexplainable.
The whale is actually a constellation in the sky made famous in the story of Perseus and Andromeda. As the story goes, Perseus flew in on a Pegasus to save Princess Andromeda from an evil sea monster named Cetus. Historians have linked Cetus with other stories and art pieces of sea monsters across the globe. They've concluded that these people in the ancient history we're actually trying to describe were whales. Because of these discoveries and the myth of Cetus and Andromeda, scientists have dubbed whales cetaceans. The roaring sea monsters may have spooked a lot of sailors back in the day, but now we know that these whales were actually using a wide variety of sounds to do a great many things, including finding their food and communicating with each other.
Whales are mammals, just like us, which means they have to breathe in air. And, depending on the type of cetacean, they utilize that air in very different ways. Baleen whales, like the North Atlantic right whale, push air through their vocal folds to make sounds. Some long and deep sounds can travel 10,000 miles. Because baleen whales are social from a distance, they use different patterns of sound to round up large groups of food, find other whales in their pods, or just socialize like we do.
However, it's getting harder and harder for all types of whales to effectively communicate because of noise pollution. Now, this type of pollution isn't what you might think. It's not greenhouse gases or trash in the ocean. It's actually large amounts of noise in the ocean caused by a variety of human activities that we do. One of the main sources is shipping. Since we aren't confined to the wooden sailboats like our ancestors, our giant ships use noisy engines and booming horns. The propellers from these vessels create a great deal of noise, and these sounds often drown out our underwater friends and can even cause internal bleeding and sometimes death.
So, how can we help save whales from noise pollution? Well, if you come into the Whaling Museum this Wednesday, we're hosting the first ever Whales Today virtual live tour. There, you can learn more about whales, how they make the sounds, and how we can do our part to protect them from man-made factors that harm them every day. More information about how to participate can be found on our website at whalingmuseum.org.
Well, that's it, Victoria. Thank you for joining us this week, and we hope to see you here at the museum Wednesday, and then back here on Monday, same time, same place, for our next Creature Feature. Bye.